Councilwoman Taylor partnered with San Antonio for Growth on the East Side, Mayor Julian Castro, and City Manager Sheryl Sculley for the Eastside Reinvestment Luncheon held on February the 3rd. The purpose of the luncheon was to discuss the progress of East San Antonio.
In order for San Antonio as a city to truly prosper, every single sector of our city has to prosper. The north side, the south side, the east side, the west side, downtown, the airport, all of us have to prosper together. That our destinies are interwoven.
The group of city staff continues to meet on a monthly basis to review the achievement, the numbers of what we are accomplishing on the east side so that we can continue with the quality of life initiatives. It wasn't just a one-time effort with the Eastside Summit 2 years ago, but I want you to know that we're committed to it and we meet regularly to make sure that we're continuing to make progress. In terms of code enforcement, we abated more than 850,000 square feet of graffiti over the past years, and we responded to almost 22,000 requests. We provided spay-neuter services, surgeries, to almost 1,500 dogs within the east side, and we impounded 4,900 dogs during the past 2 years. So we picked up almost 5,000 strays and we provided surgeries to just under 1,500 dogs during the past 2 years. We repaired almost 2,000 potholes. I know there's still more out there, so giving us your list. And we did traffic sign improvements to 670 locations.
Let me tell you, in a little over 18 months' time, we have awarded 19 grants and 2 loans to Eastside businesses totaling $300,000. Our programs have helped these small, locally owned businesses grow and create some 60 new jobs. It's a new era on the East Side. We're seeing new businesses, and we're seeing businesses grow, and people investing, and people are starting to see the momentum that is building.
City neighborhoods are full of these beautiful historic homes like the one you see right here, and they can be found in our wonderful neighborhoods that we have in East San Antonio, including Government Hill. These are some examples of the types of housing that you would find in Government Hill. And just to show the diversity, I flipped over to a neighborhood called Julian Manor, which some of you may know as being kind of near Del Crest. And this is an area, I think that's an undiscovered jewel in East San Antonio. So Del Crest is just off of W. White Road. And this is an example of the diversity of housing types that are available in the Julian area. The neighborhood I live in is called Dickie Hill, and thank you, Juan and Bob, and the hard work that you've done in the Dickie Hill area. So while these neighborhoods have great homes, some of course are kind of hidden behind a rough exterior that looks a little TLC. So you can see that some of these homes have already had TLC. Denver Heights is another great neighborhood in San Antonio. And Denver Heights includes our latest historic district in East San Antonio, which is called Nob Hill. It's about 4 blocks of Denver Heights. And Jerry Keats, the president of the Denver Heights Neighborhood Association, is with us today. But all too often, these are the images that stick in our minds. But I want you to think back to the earlier pictures. All of these houses could look like those. Multi-family housing. We do have quite a few multi-family options as well. This picture is of a project on the west side of San Antonio. It's an elderly housing development that's being completed by Merced Housing Texas, one of our local nonprofit organizations. And I'm pleased to share with everyone here today that in November of 2011, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development announced that it will award Merced another 202 grant for $3.4 million, and that will allow them to build a new senior development on East Commerce Street, not very far from here. It will be located at the corner of Olive and Commerce Street, and it'll be a 3-story building, and they'll have amenities for residents like a computer lab, laundry facility, community room, and outdoor sitting areas. And it will be named the Oscar Easton Senior Apartments. And so many of you that are longtime Eastsiders may remember Mr. Easton. And so it will mirror this project that was developed on the west side. So that's why we got the shot up here so you can see how nicely done it will be. And this is the site of the future Oscar Easton Senior Apartments. The next priority is key corridor revitalization. Enhancing our key commercial corridors is a big priority for us because these are the arteries that people usually come through, and if they don't know the neighborhoods, then these areas are what give them their image of East San Antonio. We focus on beautifying the Martin Luther King corridor prior to March that we have, including graffiti removal, cleaning vacant lots, house paintings, and a tree and flower planting. CPS sits a bunch of poles over there, and Sage and the Spurs help coordinate volunteers. The city invested over $390,000 in improving the corridor. And then we added a wonderful final touch, which was signage to reflect Dr. King's and his dreams and ideals, just to serve as a permanent picture of the hope that we have for the area. Another key corridor is the WW White, and it's really been budding with new development and reinvestment. You can see on here Web Eye Associates. They recently moved to a property that was right adjacent to where they've been, and they've got some greenery. They're here on the bottom, on my left. And the District 2 Senior Center, you see at the top, we opened that. Also, if you haven't been to Big Lou's, now you don't just have to have pizza, you can also have burgers as well. Big Lou's is on WW White, and they expanded their pizza place, and then also created a hamburger spot. And then also we've got Coldcat. Coldcat has a facility. It had been a vacant building, and they worked with the city to renovate the former Pep Boys location. It has been vacant for about 7 years, and it houses 60 employees that are involved in training, payroll, financial services, and IT development for them. And then near WW White is Grigsby. That's an important intersection there, WW White and Grigsby. And we've seen some improvements there as well. The strip center right there has been improved and given a fresh, modern look. And we have a new dentist office that was constructed. Dr. Brown is a dentist there, and Sage assisted. The mega warehouse is something that folks have pointed to for many years as kind of evidence of the distress and lack of investment. But the city has been working closely with Bear County Opportunity Industrialization Center, ECOIC, and I see Willie Clark here, the executive director. We've been working with them to find a way to refurbish the building and add jobs to this expanding corridor. Right now, we're looking at the possibility of making a loan to ECOIC in the amount of about $2 million to refurbish the building, and ECOIC is working to locate tenants for the building. And then the corridor real close to here, East Commerce Street, is one of the main gateways to the east side, and several of the buildings in the St. Paul Square area off of East Commerce have been refurbished over the past several years. We're in one of them. During my tenure, 2 new hotels were built. One of them is right here on the bottom here. It's City View, but also the Nightstand came into the corridor. You can see, if you haven't been over to Fatty's, he has a new ice cream burger. Somebody has told me it tastes like having a shaken burger. So. Anyway, please stop by Fatty's. Got some anchor here in this corridor, and then the Cameo Theater, the Frederick Building, It's been a long-standing eyesore in this corridor, and so the redevelopment of this particular building truly could be catalytic. The city staff has been negotiating for many months with the owners of the Frederick building, and at this point we've been unable to come to agree on a purchase price for the building that made sense. And so we are continuing to dialogue and work with the owners. In the pipeline, you may have read in the paper about the proposal for Alamo Brewery. It is still in the planning phases. It would include a brewery and a restaurant on the vacant industrial parcel next to the Hay Street Bridge, and it would create several jobs for the next several years. The planners, the developers of the property are expecting that they will be able to begin in June of 2012 and open in April of 2013. And so we're still working on details on that, but it would be a multi-million-dollar investment. In the pipeline, we also have the completion of Ellis Alley, which I know many of you are familiar with. It was historically a center of African American life here, and VIA, and Keith Parker VIA is here. VIA has control of the properties, and they have refurbished 3 buildings, and through a partnership with the city, between the city and VIA, we are looking to refurbish the final 3 buildings, and they would be used as business incubator and hopefully as a new home of Sage. Word Eye Clinic, we're looking forward to that. I had a meeting about that this morning, and would provide a much needed service in San Antonio. The University of Incarnate Word is planning to construct an $11 million, 30,000 square foot eye clinic at the corner of Walton and Commerce. The city has already committed $1.2 million to TERS number 11, and we are looking at committing additional dollars to help build this eye clinic, which will hire 50 staffers, and there's also a partnership with St. Philip's College. Project that the folks in Delcrest have been looking forward to. If you've ever been over there on Lord Road, the road stops just short of 410, and so through some bond savings dollars, we are going to home repair in Denver Heights. We've got $250,000 in home funds. We're going to be focusing on home repair in this area that includes our historic district. The Carver Library, we have $425,000 that's been allocated for improvement of the Carver Library. We'll be improving the walkway, adding more parking spaces, improving the landscaping, lighting, sidewalks, and preparing for a playground site, which we'll be working with some other partners. And then when we get some more money, we're going to expand the library. We don't have that. Right now we have $425,000, but I think that will be a nice boost to that area. If the voters approve the bond, it will include 2 new fire stations in District 2, a new library for District 2. It will include parking for the Carver Cultural Center, which the Carver gave up its parking to allow for the creation of the Carver Academy, and that's been 10 years. We want to create parking for that tremendous asset that we have. We'd make some improvements to East Commerce Street, as well as Cherry Street. We had a walking trail to Pittman and Sullivan Park, and then it also includes improvements to the tune of $2 million for Martin Luther King Park. Investment, these projects that I've talked about, completed projects total over $41 million in investment, and funded projects come up to about $34.5 million. For additional investment, I mentioned our TERS number 11. We are releasing an RFP today, Friday, February 3rd, for projects in the TERS area, TERS 11 area. I know I covered a lot in a short time, but I really wanted everyone to know that there is a lot going on. It may not be what people expected to see first, or what their interest or priority is, but there's been a lot of investment. There are